Okay, you're good.
The hour of 12 o'clock has arrived, and I'd like to call the meeting of the prison board to order. At this point, we'd like to start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. Sheriff Cooley, would you like to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance
To the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty, and justice for all.
We'll have a short moment of silence, and then we will start. Okay, thank you. We're going to start our meeting first with visitor comments. We have visitors. Yes, sir. State your name and then you may speak.
Terry Beeston.
Commissioner Sinato, we have to take a roll call.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, we didn't take our roll call. Okay. Ryan, would you call the roll?
Commissioner Sinato,
Here.
Commissioner Kennedy,
He's on.
Commissioner Vogler,
Here, on my phone.
Controller Pressfine,
Here.
Judge Cox, Josh Namakusa, Sheriff Colero.
here.
Okay, we have a quorum. Okay, now we can take visitor comments. Okay, sir, state your name for the record.
Terry Beeston.
Okay. Go ahead.
My issues go back probably 6-8 months regarding the kiosks, problems with it and why it exists. And you are the first person that I talked to, and Joe, regarding getting rid of it because of the malfunction and the fact that you have to go through India and give your bank information and so forth, plus being overcharged. And since then, it was suggested you and Joe Bonasco indicated it would be taken care of by the first of the year, and it wasn't. I went in to use the kiosk, well, shortly after Joe requested I go talk to the warden and his secretary. I went over and met with them, which the secretary showed up, did the talking. The warden never acknowledged who he was. To this day, I'm not sure who he is. And she tried for over an hour, hour and a half to get the kiosk to work. She couldn't get it to work. And there she is, 30 years, and can't get it to work, and something's wrong. I have brought the issue up a number of times. Over the holidays, I find out basically the secretary controls the money over there. The money was not put on the books in a proper fashion. I again had to use the kiosk, which didn't work. I had to go through India to get money on an individual books for the holiday. Both my bank account ended up being hacked. My credit card ended up being hacked, which I have on record and have the forms and so forth to document this. I had to change my password. Nothing was done. And to this date, it still exists. And there's no reason when you can go through a system like Walmart, pay $3, send any account of money. If I want to send $25 through your system, I'm paying $35. And it leaves a lot to be desired. And secondly, you put a deputy warden in is my other issue. You had people with 20 years experience over there, more qualified, and would have probably taken the position if offered it a lot less, who should have been entitled to it. And from what I understand, how the position was created was unethical. And my intention now is to, if nothing is done here about which you, the head of the board, are well aware of the situation, I will be filing with the Auditor General and the Attorney General's office to investigate both the secretary and the hiring of this individual for the job who did not do a decent job, or she would still be a county commissioner. That's what I had to say.
Okay, thank you for your comments. As far as the kiosk, I know that Mr. Manasco had looked into this. I know that he had talked with Gordon on this issue. And I thought, and I believe that the issue was resolved. Gordon, the kiosk,
Deputy Warden Simmons, please give a summary on this.
Saw the commissioners meeting yesterday and did a little research. We offer 4 different ways to put the money onto the inmates' accounts. They can use the website accesscorrections.com. We have a phone number they can call into and put the money on their books, both which cost money. They can use our lobby kiosk, which is one of 4 options, also costs money. Those are the quickest ways. That's why there is a service charge. It is almost immediate to how quickly the money goes on the books. We also offer them the option to send money orders to our facility with 0 charge. It takes a little bit longer to process, especially due to holidays and weekends, but it is a fee-free way to get the money on the accounts.
With the money order, that's, we're one of the few county jails that actually permit money orders to be sent in. Most county jails don't.
when they send the money order in, does that go directly? Could you explain that process a little more?
It comes in through the mail. The receptionist receives it. She obviously checks the security of the mail before it goes anywhere else. It's then given to our secretary. The secretary then has to go through the process of putting it on the books by hand, basically typing it into the computer to add it to those books. Therefore, if she is not here, it's going to take an extra day or 2 to arrive. But that is, again, why we do it for free.
That is free.
Yeah, so the options are there to put it on 4 different ways, which we've explained several times also.
Okay, because I remember a few months ago when the question came up, and I remember I was with our administrator Manasco, and he called and I noted you going on it. That's why I'm just, following up on this. Mr. Busen, I mean, there's 4 options that they've explained. I mean,
As I suggested, though, there's another option going through JPay, Walmart, which the other jails and so forth use in the state. You can send any amount of money, it goes on instantly for $3. Now, why would you pay $10 to put $25 on? When you have an option that you could do it for $3.
Deputy Warden Simmons, you're saying if you would do the money order, it would be free.
Well, JPay is a different company. We operate through Key Fee Commissary,
Okay.
so that is not offered to us as an option.
Okay, so you're using a different company.
They're a
Yes,
third party.
Third party
subcontract.
vendor writings. Okay, I understand that part. And just trying to come up with a way of doing it at the lowest cost.
Going through India, the information you have to give is ridiculous, having to give your bank information and so forth. The last time that I dealt with them, they required even more to get money on the books instantly. And there is no reason on earth why anyone should have to go through India when you have such things as JPay available. Then they need to get rid of the system they have.
I mean, this is something you brought it to the attention. I know the process is there. How long has the process been used since? Do you know?
As long as I can remember, we've been with Key Fee Commissary.
15 or 20 years.
Yeah, they've always been a better option than the other commissary options that we've been offered.
All right, because I'm trying to come up, there's 4 options. At this point, if it's down, then that's something that we'll have to deal with and make sure it's up and running. So anybody who has to use the system could use it in the quickest form possible. So I appreciate your comments and bringing it to the attention. And we'll move forward. We have a lot we want to try to get to today, but yes.
I don't think I'm speaking out of turn, but I think, Mr. Busen, when you were there in January with the secretary, I believe Key Fee did have to replace that entire kiosk. So that could have been the instance that you know, you might have even brought that to our attention. that
It's
it was
been months
bad.
before that I
Okay.
started with her.
Okay.
Months before, that she couldn't even work it. She tried for over an hour and a half and had to go home.
But I think we did end up
She
getting.
couldn't get it to work.
A new kiosk in January, they came in to.
Tuesday, when were you there, Mr. Buse? Do you recall when you were there?
I document everything.
Well, I'm just saying.
And it's all documented. I could give you the exact dates of every
That's
time I
fine,
tried
I'm just
anything.
saying, if they put a new system in, I would maybe try it one more time, just to make sure that it's working properly, because, you know, what they're saying is, they've been using this system for a long time, and it seems to be working. If there's an issue, I'm sure they would be willing to assist you in this in the future. Okay, all right, we're gonna move on. Any other questions from the crowd? Okay. We're gonna do, our next is gonna be the approval of the minutes. Give everyone a minute to go through it. Then we're gonna need a motion to approve our minutes.
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
We have the comptroller, Dave Briscoe made the motion, Sheriff Colero seconded it. Can we take a roll call, Ryan?
Commissioner Sonato?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Sheriff Polero?
Yes.
Controller Prestipine?
Yes.
Okay, the motion is passed. Okay. Next, we're going to have the review of the population report.
As of today, we have 140 inmates at Lawrence County Jail. We've got 20 females, we've got 10 juveniles. We have 20 inmates out at other facilities, whether it either be for court or separation purposes. And we are housing 21 from other counties also.
Okay, thank you, Ward. So we're at 140 right now.
Yes.
That number keeps us below for the healthcare cost, if I can recall. What is that number? Is that 150?
It's an odd number. It's 147 or
I thought it
1.
was 147, 148.
Okay. I just remember that from the prior meetings that if we go over that number, we're into a different cost.
Yes.
Am I correct in that?
For an extended period of time.
Okay. So below that number,
Yes.
how many females do we have right now?
There are 19 females over there right now.
How many are out of county?
9.
9, okay. Okay. Our next motion is to approval of bills. Do we have any bills to approve at this point?
Right here, and I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
All right. Sheriff Colero has seconded. Controller Prestipine made the motion. Let's take a roll call. Brian?
Commissioner Sonato?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yeah.
Controller Prestipine?
Yes.
Sheriff Polero?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, the bills have been approved. Old business. Do we have any old business to discuss?
We'll give you a live scan update if the Simmons has this.
We have been conferencing with our IT department for the county as well as Coffee Gig and the Pennsylvania State Police to get the live scan connected and up and running. We're currently working on getting a internet line directly from the courthouse to the jail so that we can have a secured transfer of information. After that, we'll move into training and then be ready to enact the live scan for use.
Okay, so its process has been moving forward.
It's slowly moving forward. It's a process,
I
yes.
understand. Do you have an end date, the deputy warden said,
We don't. A lot of it depends on the IT side of
the
it.
IT side? But the connection will be from here over to there.
Yes.
And Sheriff, would that be of assistance to you? I mean, as far as your office working with the jail?
It'd just be a big assistance for departments, police departments.
Every law enforcement.
Every law-
Oh, yeah.
That brings someone into the facility.
Anybody that's committed.
Yeah.
Live scan.
And it helps out everybody in the county.
Okay, that's why I asked you. You're our chief law enforcement up here, and we appreciate your guidance. Okay. All right, thank you. Any other old business? Seeing none, let's go on to new business. Do we have any new business for today?
I would ask that Deputy Spielvogel provide us a report on the juvenile population.
Sure.
Thank you.
Bill Boo.
Okay, Lawrence County Corrections, we currently have 10 juveniles in the unit. We currently have contracts with 6 surrounding counties. I'm in the process of scheduling meetings with county commissioners and wardens from other counties to discuss our IOJ unit and give them the opportunity to proactively contract with us in the event of a juvenile needing placement at our facility. Most times it's not something that anybody's prepared for, and we get the calls either to the warden or myself, in the evenings or on the weekend. It would be nice to just have a contract in place in the event something would happen. Of the 10 juveniles that we have on the unit, 2 are from Mercer County, 8 are from Westmoreland County. And of the 8 from Westmoreland County, 2 of them also have CYS cases in other jurisdictions. They're not all originally from Westmoreland County. Some had been placed at a juvenile facility located in Westmoreland County, and charges stemmed from that facility. And because of that, Westmoreland County is responsible. 3 others have juvenile cases in other jurisdictions, and some are Adams County, Dauphin County, in Pennsylvania. 2 actually reside outside of Pennsylvania, so we try to make those connections with parents and guardians as well. 1 currently has court-ordered weekly therapy sessions, that we provide those sessions for them with our counselors in our treatment area via video. There's an educational component that is provided by the Newcastle Area School District, along with programming from Arise, which is our crisis shelter locally, including the availability of individual and group counseling. I have a meeting tomorrow morning with the Children's Advocacy Center with the director, Jeanette Rice, and one of the employees, Pastor David Young, to expand programming and see what we can do to bring more programming to the youth. So each juvenile has mandatory 30-day IOJ hearings, as well as their individual criminal court proceedings, along with the juvenile and CYS review hearings, just as explanation of different things that happen within that unit. Most of these hearings are by video or phone conference, and we're responsible for arranging them with those home counties. And that happens sometimes at a moment's notice where an emergency hearing is needed. However, every time a juvenile is moved from their unit, all other inmate movement must cease because of a mandate that they be kept sight and sound separated from the adult inmates. And because of that, I just wanted to publicly commend our staff for the outstanding job that they do in keeping up with the demands of this IOJ unit. It may be seen as just being another part of their job, but I have to assure you that it's certainly much, much more than that. They do an outstanding job. I say it's a very intricate dance done by the staff, and they truly do have the best interests of the facility at heart. So I wanted to take a moment to just share that because of, yes, it is a separate unit. Most corrections officers don't have to deal with juveniles, so it's definitely something a bit different, part of their everyday job descriptions. Yes, but as far as the additional things that we need to do, it's a lot of movement for them, and they deserve to be applauded for what they do.
Thank you, if you want to spill over. I know that I had the opportunity a few weeks ago with the warden to go into the unit to check it out. I think we had the 10 there. We actually talked to one of the inmates who was talking about his schooling. He's going to be graduating, or he's getting close to getting his degree. I know that they do a nice job with the Newcastle School District, Mr. Burlington. So I think that's very important. Programs, I think, for the youth is very important. The purpose is to rehabilitate them. And I think that, this is something, and seeing the growth potential over there. I'm happy to see that Deputy Warden Spielvogel, you're going to be out there promoting it. That's just something I think, we need to be prepared right now. We need to generate, we can hold how many wardens? 32?
Comfortably.
32 comfortably. I think that would be the ultimate goal, but I know it's not an easy task because you don't know. We could have 10 today and 5 tomorrow based on the court system. So I think we need to really aggressively market the jail for the juveniles. I think it's something that's very important. I mean, we are a state of the art in the state with this. I will be in CCAP in mid-March. I will be speaking to various commissioners at the various meetings to let them know of the services available at our jail. I think, and I know Deputy Warden Spillville, your job is to go out there and get more. I will let them know that you will be around to do that. And I think it's important. I think our number one priority, just, we have the facility, we've got good staff there to handle it. We can grow on the educational opportunities for these youths. But it also helps with the county and the finances. I mean, our goal is to, make the county as fiscally responsible as we can. And this is an opportunity, and Warden and your staff, I commend you because you know what? It's been a success for us in Lawrence County. We want to grow on that success. I mean, the ultimate goal is to get 30. I mean, that's the ultimate goal. I'm not saying it's not going to be easy. But I think as us, as from the prison board's perspective, our goal is to make sure that we can get as many juveniles as we can in the facility and market it to the best we can. And I'll do my responsibility. I'm sure Commissioner Kennedy, Commissioner Vogler, through their talkings to others, and Comptroller Preston Pine, when you're out and the comptrollers, if that subject comes up, Sheriff, I mean, all of us, we're all on the same team here to make sure, it makes the county fiscally sound. We need the revenue. Yes.
Speaking of revenue, Commissioner, I'd like Deputy Simmons to go ahead and go over the revenue report
Sure.
that passed out prior to the meeting.
Sure. But I think,
So everybody can understand.
yes, why don't we do that right now, Deputy?
Absolutely. So far this year, we've had a revenue collected of $106,700. We still have about $8,100 outstanding from last year. The expected revenue for February from January billed is $155,550. So outstanding, we have a total of $163,650 outstanding, as well as the $106,700 that we brought in already this year.
And that's less than 2 months.
That's great. That's something, we're pleased to see. I know that former President Len Makuza, asked for the study last year, which we all supported. And, it's pretty much what the cost, it's costing us. And I'm glad to see that we are, probably 40% of the way there to cover the costs. And once we get past that, then we're into the black. And I think, that's so important. I mean, from the county finances as we, move forward. So we are counting on that. So I think we want to have a game plan. We want to have something, as we move on to aggressively market this program. So that's just something. Other new business, I just like to bring up, and I know this, I know Warden, you've done some research on this. When the state announced that they're going to be closing 2 correctional facilities, and I know they made the announcement which ones they are. I know that, our conversations that at this point, the state doesn't need facility. But I'll let you comment, but I think our goal at this point is, I think we need to get the message out to the state that if there is a need in the future that would arise, that Lawrence County is open for business. We're willing to take the state prisoners if it could be worked on. I know, and I'll let you comment on it from your conversations with some of your contacts. But, at this point, I think that message needs to get out there because as you know, right now the number's down. 2 months from now, craziness could happen and, they're looking for somewhere. So I just want that message out there that Lawrence County is open for business. Our facility's there. And we want to work with the people in Harrisburg to make sure that, if there's a need that would arise, we're ready to step up to the plate on that. Warden, if you just want to comment on, your conversations.
The overall state population is down approximately anywhere from 13 to 15,000 inmates right now. The 2 jails that they're going to close is going to need housing for about 2,500 inmates. word has been put out across the state for some of the institutions to close down some housing units and prepare to receive these inmates. So like you said, as of right now, the state is not looking to house state inmates anywhere else. I believe it's Governor Shapiro's idea to save money, not actually have to pay to house these inmates right now. But I have reached out and I will continue to reach out and let them know that we are available if needed.
Well, I appreciate that, Ward. I mean, I think that's the message we want to send, is because in case that it rises, I don't want them to say, well, where are we going to send them? I just want them to know that Lawrence County is prepared to do what we can to accommodate the state and help with ours. And one other question on the female inmates that we get outside the state. We have, what, 10 of those, you said?
9 as of today. For most
9
of
as of today, okay. So
I'm sorry, Washington County.
So, I mean, that's another source that we have here available to take in female inmates.
At one point, we had females from, I think, three different counties, but right now it's only Washington County.
Washington County. Okay, so I think the message out there that we are willing to accommodate juveniles, #1 priority, females 2, and if there is a need with the state, we are prepared and ready to do it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other new business? Okay. I guess it's the board an update, or did you give us our update?
Commissioner, I think I gave you all my updates.
I think you did. So, all right, your update. We'll have a second round of visitor comments. At this time, I'd like to go into an executive session to deal with personnel. So at this point, Mr. Houston, you have to leave the room. You can come back as soon as it ends. If you just want to wait outside there, and we'll have Ryan come back to get you, okay? We need a motion.
You have to make a motion.
Oh,
I'll make a motion in executive session.
yeah, I need a motion. Dave? or Mary? Okay. Motion made by the sheriff, second by the controller.
Get you with the bathroom.
Sorry, Barry.
That's all right. Good.
Okay, we're going to leave executive session and go back into regular session. We've got the public back, and we're back online, okay. At this point, Gordon, would you give us a briefing on what has occurred to Joe?
On the morning of January 30th, there was an incident that occurred at the prison. And it was reviewed, investigated. Employee number 6114 was placed on administrative leave on January 31st. February 12th, criminal charges were filed against employee number 6114. At that point, I had suspended him without pay. And I'm asking the prison board approval today to continue the suspension pending the outcome of the charges.
Do we need a motion to accept? How can I phrase this? We need a motion to,
You just said continue the suspension pending the outcome of the
continue the suspension, continue the suspension.
unpaid suspension.
The unpaid suspension of employee number 6114 until the results of the hearing.
Yes.
Yes,
I'll make the motion.
okay.
I'll second it.
Okay. Controller Prestipine made the motion, Sheriff Calero seconded. We have a roll call.
Commissioner Sonato?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yeah.
Controller Prestipine?
Yes.
Sheriff Calero?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, motion has carried. Okay, do we have any other, let's see. We have a list of business, any, we went through visitor comments, personnel action. Is there any other comments, from the ward? Warden,
No, sir.
deputy wardens?
Yes, sir.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Appreciate your time and, we look forward